Okay. Okay. Bring that down here. That there, live there, live there. And we got it working now. Yay! I'm excited. So what other questions we got? Okay, yeah. All of mine were down right off the bat. I did no action today. The premiums were horrible. I'm hoping it'll turn around and come back closer to the strike price. Yep, I hear you. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I hear you. Me too. I'm in the same boat. We looked this morning. The premiums this morning were horrible all across the board. For a Monday, that's unheard of. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. We're live now. Wait a second. It'll be up in a second. See, we're live now. Yay! Everything's working good. All right, let's do this. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, where I share my trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old daughter. She just so happens to be 26 now. And I always ask her, say, when are you coming online with me? She says, I'll get there. Now, we traded together for like 5 years when she was 9 years old. Okay? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The magic number 13. What happens to a little girl when they turn 13? Yeah, we all know. Okay. I'm in Levi's, and I waited to sell calls because it went too low for me to sell calls that far out. Foo, thank you for that. It's me. Yay! Retired. Hey, I'm retired too, dude. Nice to see you. Roll rather into next week and up the price. I hear you there. Yep, I hear you. It's going to be a tough week. Next week's going to be tougher because I think we got we're only working 4 days next week. Anyway, let's see where we are. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what's doing. So this, BBWI. Yep, Riley, we got some of that. We do. We got some BBWI. Let's take a look at it. BBWI. Looks like it's starting for a pullback. Give me my pen. Now I'm really ready to roll now. Get the magic pen. All right, that being said, here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. Here's where it was a year ago. Here's where it is now. Look at the motion. Sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, up. Well, there's the bottom of the year. That's what she's bouncing off. That was our indicator to jump in. I love buying at the bottom of the year. Hercules, we'll take a look at ACN in a little bit. Let's finish up with BBWI. Okay, so it's at 1972. So this week, what are the 1972s going for? Well, we choice. Does it even have 1950? It does. Okay, so it's at 1972. So we got two choices. Same as last night. The stock was somewhere smack dab in the middle between 1950 and the 20. So let's look at both of them. Well, the first question you're going to ask most likely is, does it make sense? Well, the next question is, well, do I like this company? All right, we're going to look at Levi in a little bit. Uh-oh. All right, Fufu's got Levi's. We're going to take a look at that. Hercules got ACN. We're going to take a look at that. Well, let's keep on rolling. So that being the case, the bottom is right here. You cannot get any lower than the bottom of the year. So what happens at the bottom of the year? Well, you buy low, you sell high. You cannot get any lower than the low of the year. That was a couple of weeks ago. And that's why we jumped in. Okay, fine. We jumped in. All right. What does it look like? And does it make sense to keep doing it? Well, let's take a look at the numbers. I like to take a look at the numbers because numbers don't lie. 1 + 1 is going to equal 2 no matter where you come from. All right, so the high of the year was 41.99. We can call it 42. Where the hell are my glasses? Damn it. No glasses. Let's do it tonight with no glasses. Let me squint. What does that say? I can't. It's like 5 feet away from me, and I can't see it. Okay, who's making the noise in the background? One question. Oh, take a look. Stephanie wants to take a look at Coca-Cola, Nike, and Carnival Cruise Line. Steph, we'll take a look at it in a couple of seconds, right? Sit tight. So, what are we doing? 1972. Okay, so the 1950s are going for 55. That's a hell yeah. And the 20s are going for 30. That's another hell yeah. Both of them, the numbers look good. So when I'm looking at the chart, I'm looking for 5 things. It takes me 3 to 4 seconds to summarize a chart, because there's 10,000 different companies to look at. So I don't want to spend a lot of time. So I'm going to summarize it. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Sideways down, sideways down, sideways down, up. Okay, that's summarized pretty quick, right? What's the last 30 days? Sorry. The last 3 months. Same thing. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Down, sideways, down, up. Simple. What's happening right there? Let's take a look at the last 30 days. Now, the last 30 days gives me a really good idea of what's happening. So we want right there. This is the last 30 days. Top, bottom, was, is, down, up. Okay, but here is a challenge. Although it looks good, it looked good 2 weeks ago. Now it's going to slow down. Today pulled back, but why? We're here at 1450. Jumps up to 20. 14 to 20 is $6. Come on, 14 to 20, $6. Okay, 10% is $1.50. It jumped up $6. That's 40%. Here to here, 40%. Do you honestly think it's going to keep going up? Okay, you play what you want to play. I don't like taking risks. From the bottom here, 3 weeks ago, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 weeks ago, she jumps up 40%. I'm taking my profits and running. Okay, then this baby's should drop back down. So I'm going to put it down for 2 weeks from today. So we'll take a look at it again in 2 weeks, and hopefully that pullback will be done and over with. 1 week, 2 weeks, here we go. BBWI. I'll probably let mine go this week because, I got in somewhere down around here. Okay, she jumped up. Today was a down day. It probably going to start falling because it's jumped up 40% in the last 3 weeks. Well, yeah, it jumps up 40%, 4 weeks. See you later. 3 weeks, sorry. All right, so next. Next, we want to take a look at Coca-Cola. All right, Stephanie wants to take a look at Coke. Wait a minute, Steph. We get someone there. Somebody was here before you. Levi Strauss. L-E-V-I. Levi's. L-E-V-I. Cool beans. Take a look. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. I want to zoom into there, but before I do, $21.94, the 22s are going for 5 cents. I'm going to say hell no. I ain't buying a $20 stock and getting a 5-cent premium. Hell no. A $20 stock should, a $22 stock should give me 1%, which is 22, not 5. No to Levi's. Sorry. Next, Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Company. Now, I usually go right. I don't even look at the chart. I go right to here. Hold on. Let's do it. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that looks nice. 70.97. We look at the 71s, and we're going to say hell no. I'm not buying a $70 stock and picking up 49 cents. No. It's just no. That's a no. Next. Nike. NKE. Okay. Top, bottom, was, is. Down, up, whoops, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we're at 67.78. The 68s, 271. This is where I say, hell yeah. Okay, that's a nice little chunk. So let's check it out. All right, first and foremost, a year ago, we're at 77.66. Now, we topped out at 82.58, and that was the end of February. We bottomed out on TDS. TDS day. We all know that. Then we jumped up to 80, back down to 60. Now we're at 60, right about 68. Okay, so here's the last 3 months. Okay, top, bottom, is, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that does not look very good. Let's zoom in. There we go. No, I'm going to say no. Now, although I like this company, I do. Look at this. 30 days ago, we're at 65. We find the bottom here at 61, and then we shoot up to 69. 61 to 69 is $8. $8 on a $60 stock. Yeah, that's more than 12%. Sorry. Jumps up. You got ready for profit taking. Probably going to come back down again. Probably. Don't know. Last but not least, Carnival Cruise Line. Now, I'm going to say no to this one also, only because, look at this. Here's your bottom, went sideways, and she shot up from 24 to 28.60. That's $4 on a $24 stock, just below 20%. No. If a stock jumps up 20% within 30 days, I don't want to jump in there. No. Anyway, next. Sorry, kiddo. Sorry, Stephanie. Procter & Gamble. Wait, what should she say? Where do you think Procter & Gamble is heading? Okay, is that Lonnie? Lonnie, I really seriously can't believe you asked that question. Where do I think it's going? The high is right here. The bottom is right there. The top of the year, bottom, now it's going up. Well, that's because it looks like it's going up. All right, so let's zoom in. A year ago, 172. We topped at 180 back in the end of February. Now we bottomed out. Just, you hate when that happens. The last 90 days. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's at 138. Now we're at 145. It's only $7. Well, $7 on a 138. That's right around 21%, something like that. But look at how much space you got. The top's here. Okay, bottom's here. She shoots up. But look where the top is, way up here. You get all that room right there. But it's not going to go from here to there without some pullback. Because stocks go up, and then people like me grab the profits, and then she pulls back, and then she goes back up again. So I like Procter & Gamble. Let's do one for Procter & Gamble, the 145s. Okay? The 145s are going for 128. Yuck! But let's go to the next one. Sorry. It's only 128. Now, yesterday, the numbers looked better for Procter & Gamble. Just a little bit different today. All right, it's me. What's happening? Ashley. Foo-foo. Now the premiums are under 0.5%. What tips do you have for the situation like that? I foo-foo the way I look at it. Okay? Before you came here, did you think 26% for the year is a good? Well, 0.5% a week is 26% per year. You're either okay with it or you're not. Dr. Dev, Carnival Cruise Line has earnings this week. Okay, thank you. Next, what do we have over here? ACN. Hercules wants to take a look at ACN. ACN. Interesting. Okay. 274. Here's the top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Looks up, down, sideways, up. 274. $8. Hell yeah. Let's take a look at it. A year ago, we're at 358. We hit the high at 399, and that was the end of January. Okay. Look at this. This baby's going sideways for, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 months going sideways. Now she's shooting up. Okay. Look closely at the 30 days. Okay, here's your last 30 back. There's your profit taken right there. And now she's shooting up again. So the 274s, which would be 275 right there, 890. Hell yeah. If you like ACN. Remember that. Do you like ACN? I don't think it's too high. Up, down, take a look. The top is here at 280. Okay, from 280 it dropped down to 165. That's 15 bucks. That's a big drop. There's your profit taken right there. Now we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days to the upside. We still have all the way up to there to go, which is another 6 bucks. Well, 6 bucks on a $240 stock. Well, that's over 20%. Yeah, it can hit it, and it's plenty of space right there. If you like this company, so let's say this might be number 1 for today. So let's get rid of this. Let's change this to covered stock. And we are currently at 274. So we're going to do the 275. Just one contract. Get people away with big numbers. Okay, here. What do we have? Buy one covered call ACN. 19 December. That's this coming Friday. 275 call option. ACN's earnings are also on the 18th. Okay, that might be something. Now, for those of you that are a little bit squeamish, there's a good word for you, squeamish. For those of you that are a little squeamish about buying a stock on the week of earnings, you might not want to do this one. Me personally, I don't pay attention to earnings because recently we have seen positive earnings and stocks going down. All right, and we also see negative earnings and the stocks go up. We also see positive earnings stocks go up. We also see negative earnings stocks go down. So it's no real rhyme or reason, it's not in concrete, so to speak. So if the earnings are good, the earnings are bad, it doesn't really matter sometimes. Okay, like we've seen positive earnings and stocks going down. So it doesn't bother me because I'm in this for the long haul, which basically means if I buy the stock, I'm going to hold it until it hits my target. I don't care what the earnings are. I don't care if the stock goes down. Because once I own one contract, or the ability to have one contract, it no longer matters to me what the stock price is. It's just, now that I have, let's call it a vending machine. Now that I have this little vending machine, well, where am I going to place it? What strike price am I going to place in order for me to get some kind of return for the week? Foo-foo, do you believe that Japan increasing interest rates will negatively affect the market? All right, foo-foo, you ready? Don't know, don't care. Isn't that weird? Don't know, don't care. Now let me explain why I don't know and I don't care. Because the stock market has been around for 400 years, long before we even started looking at Japan's stock market. Okay? So there's a lot of stuff that the U.S. stock market has seen over the last 100 years. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all that crap in the Middle East, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq. What is that little island they even had down there we had issues with? I forget. Grenada. Yeah, we had interesting problems with Grenada over the past 100 years. We had a lot of problems with a lot of places over the last 100 years. What else did we see in the last 100 years? Well, we've seen the Dust Bowl of the 30s. We see the stock market. Wait a second. We've seen the Great Depression. We've seen the stock market crashes. Now, let me rattle some of them off the top of my head. You got 1929. You got 1987. You got 2000. You got 2008, 2021, 2025. All these corrections. Ooh, 2000, yeah. They had that, what do you call it, that .com bust and the, what was that? The Y2K. We had that issue also. We've seen a lot of crap. So how does that affect companies that make toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, mouthwash, what do you call it, car wax, washing machine, what do you call it? Laundry detergent, okay, clothes, food. What does the Japanese increasing interest rates have to do with soap or cars or motorcycles or windshield wipers? The American economy is built by companies building stuff that the American economy, that the people buy. So what does Japan have to do with anything? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If I'm going to buy a company, I really don't care what's happening on the other side of the planet. I want to know what's happening here and now. Is it a good buy? Is it a good place for me to put my money? Okay, so I'm very particular where I put my money. Is the company consistently profitable? Do they have weekly options? Can I get in? Can I get out? Is there a lot of liquidity? Well, usually the stocks that I look at have great liquidity because there's so much of them. All right, what do we have next? Okay, so we're still looking at ACN. Let's take a look at the numbers, and for that we need the calculator. Here we go. Now I realize the camera issue is a Wi-Fi issue. He has its lagging. Oh. Yes, up, down, I know ACN has no dividends. Yep, TikTok and YouTube are both lagging. Huh. I don't know. Can you live stream on TikTok through OBS? I don't know, because if I had just OBS and then had Restream, because OBS goes to Restream and Restream sends it out to all the different places. But I like having all the different cameras because I'm vain and I like looking at myself. Oh, here we go. So let's find this out. What's the profit here? Well, the profits is $10.40. Okay, $1,040 for one contract. Well, what's one contract costing me? $26,000. Well, alrighty then. $26,460 for one contract of ACN. But here's the thing, it's paying 3.9%. If you like ACN. Okay, well, I'm going to write that one down. 3.9. Gotta love that one. So let's save it. Here we go. Alrighty. I like ACN. I don't know about you guys. All right, let's do this. There we go. First one of the day. All right. That's Monday. Here is Tuesday. ACN. Nice. Look at the size of that. Isn't that lovely? ACN. 19 December. That's this coming Friday. The $275 call option. Well, it's paying $1,040 for one contract. Well, one contract's $26,000. Now, this is not for you guys just starting out, unless, of course, you want to do a calendar spread or some kind of a spread. Even a back ratio spread. That would be cool, too. But we're not getting into those. So that being all that nice, neat, fun numbers. First one of the day. What was it? Was it 3 point? Uh-oh, it was 3 point something. 3 point something. 3.9. Okay, 3.9. 3.9. I'm going to leave it. I don't want to deal with it. All right, so back to here. Here we go. What's next? Okay, you only check 1 year history? Yeah, I could. Why would I check further back? See, I'm not buying to hold for the rest of my life. I'm buying to hold for 5 to 10 days. That's it. So I want to know what's happening now, not what happened 2 years ago, 3 years, 5 years ago. I honestly really don't care. My main concern is the company profitable? That's number one. Number two is, do they have weekly options? Fine. Those are the two criteria I'm looking for. Once I find those two criteria, then I want to take a look at what's the book value. What do the earnings look like? What is the revenue look like? Then I want to take a deeper dive into all the company stuff. Then I want to take a look at where is the flow of cash going, the buyers and the sellers. Okay, there's a lot of stuff about the company I could really care less about if there's enough people buying and selling, and the chart looks a certain way. So I'm combining what's called price action and fundamentals. So I'm doing actually both. Number one, it doesn't make my list unless it passes the fundamentals. That's number one. And then number two, after it passes the fundamentals, I want to take a look at when do they pay their dividend. Because the dividend tells me the company's profitable, number one, and then it tells me the date. The date is very important because just before the dividend is paid, stocks have a tendency to increase in price. So as they're increasing in price, yeah, I want to take advantage of it. I want to do a safe, simple trade. Well, the covered call is safe and simple, and the stock really doesn't have to move. If I buy it at 274, and if I sell it at 275, I make $1 off the stock. I really could care less about that $1 off the stock. I really could care less about the dividends. Isn't that weird? I could care less about the dividend, and I can care less about the difference between the purchase price and the sale price. My main concern when I'm buying is this right here. That, my friends, is called the premium. Okay, so actually, if you really want to get technical, we're buying and selling insurance policies because the stock options, the calls and the puts, were created back in the 1970s to ensure rich people didn't lose any money. Because if you thought the stock was going to go down, you would buy a put. And as the stock drops, the value of the put increases so you don't lose any money. The same as the opposite, okay, with the call options. So you can take the options, the calls and the puts, and you can arrange them in a whole bunch of different ways to do a lot of interesting, fun stuff. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're buying a good company, we're selling it to someone for basically the same price we just paid for it, because the chart is telling us it's bouncing off the bottom and going back up again. Well, I'm looking to position myself with all the odds and probabilities in my favor. Well, what's wrong with that? If everything's leaning in my favor, why the hell not? Next, let's do this. All right, so we saved that one. ACN. All right, let's get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that, and let's find another one. What else do we have? Yeah, ASD, FGHIJK. I have no idea what that means. Matthew Tansum, reposted. I have no idea what that means. You like the feeling of being a star. All cameras focused on you. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Get a look at it, Dr. Dev. Look at it this way. Okay? Now, I have what you call God complex. I do. Because here's the thing. If it wasn't for me and everything going on in my world, if I wasn't here, it wouldn't exist to me. And also, I got a fish tank with a lot of fish in it, and guess what? They think I'm God because I feed them and I provide them a safe place to live. So it depends on how you look at it. Yes, I am vain, and it's a terrible thing. But I know that, so I'm okay with it. Thank you, Dr. Dev. I feel a little better. Jake, how you doing? Nick, thanks for showing up. Phoebe, you're new here. How are you doing today? Matthew, thank you for sharing, Matthew. Chairman Meow's dad. Okay, thanks for showing up. John Bohe. Good evening there, Mr. John. ISRG. Let's take a look at it. Okay, ASDFGHK. Okay, why the hell would I want to look at 2 years? Why? It makes no sense to me, Dr. Dev. All right, that's cute. All right, so anyway, John wants to look at ISRG. ISRG. Whoops, let's try it, actually put it into where it goes. ISRG. Intuitive surgical. Okay, so here we are. ISRG. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was a year ago. Here's where it is. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. What's going on here? So let's zoom into that. First off, John, I don't buy stocks over 300 bucks. Sorry, but let's take a look. Okay, 558 to 557.50. So going for 8. That's more than 1%. Okay, John, what I'm looking for is 1%. Simply, safely, predictably, consistently. I love the Leaf family. Simply, safely, predictably, consistently. There's probably another one or two in there that I've forgotten about. But anyway, let's take a look at this, John. And John, why is it that we like this? I'm kind of curious. A year ago, we're at 543. We hit the high of the year at 618, and that was back in the middle of January. Now, we did suffer through TDS right there, beginning of April. Now, TDS had us down at the bottom of the year at 424. A little up, a little down. Look at the last 90 days. That's the last 3 months. We're looking at the exact same thing. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Sideways up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so right there, let's zoom into that. It's not on the list this week, John, but check this out. The last 30 days, okay? The previous 30-day bottom shoots up to the 30-day top, drops, goes sideways for a bit, falls, finds a new 30-day bottom on Friday. Today, 1 day to the upside. Now, John, I like 2 days to the upside, and then on the third day, I will jump in. I don't try to pick the bottom, okay? So I don't say, well, if you bought it here, no. I don't do that BS. Sorry. Okay, this here tells me it's the bottom. Okay? This tells me that's 1 day to the upside. So it's going up. So yesterday was the bottom. Today's up. Great. I want 2 more days up, and then I will jump in. An AS, AFG, whatever. No, I'm not looking at 2 years. Because what good is 2-year chart 2 years ago if I'm looking for the last 30 days? Because what's important to me is the last 30 days, not the last 2 years. And why do I care about Nike for the last 2 years? For the fun, I'm going to indulge you. You know, for the fun of it. I will indulge you for the fun of it. Wait a second. Let me finish up with ISRG. Okay, so the numbers, we already decided we're going to wait a couple more days on ISRG. So let's indulge Mr. whatever the hell is, Mr. Alphabet, for Nike. Oops, I wanted chart. Get out of there. NKE. So, Alphabet, here is the 1 year chart for Nike. Bottom's here at 52. The top here is at 82. Now that's the 1 year chart. So for the fun of it, we're going to go and take a look at the 2 year chart. Now, I don't think it has it here. On Thinkorswim, so you finance and look up Nike. Thank you. Why YouTube Master Braden? $6. I have no idea what that means, Braden. Sorry, $6 or $7? I don't know. All right, we're waiting for it to load. Right there, right there. Okay, so it doesn't give me 5 years. profitability, couldn't tell you that one. Could not tell you that at all. Alrighty. Okay, so here we are. Okay, Alphabet. We are now currently looking at Yahoo Finance, and we're looking at Nike. There's the last 5 years. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what is it you want me to see here? Because I don't buy with 5 years worth of information. Because 5 years ago doesn't mean anything to me. At all. My main concern is the next 5 days. Where is it now? Where does it look like it's going to be in the next 5 days? And is the company profitable? Do they have weekly options? Because I'm only looking to jump in and then jump out. So here's the last. That's not allowing me to do 2 years. Okay. But then still, what the hell am I looking for? Okay. Oh no, blah, 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 blah. What am I looking for? Why do you think it's important for me to look at 2 years worth of data for Nike? I honestly really don't care what it did 2 years ago. I'm interested in right there because I want to jump in, I want to jump out. I don't want to hold on to it. I want to get in, get my little bit of money, and get the hell out. What I'm looking for specifically, consistency of profitability, weekly options. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for me to lose. Now, when I say no way for me to lose, well, I really don't think Nike's going to go away in the next 30 days. Well, I want to get in and I want to get out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So why do I care what happens after I'm out? I don't think Nike's going away. And if it was having issues, they would have let us know beforehand. So AA Captain wants to take a look at SLV. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what you wanted me to see in that 2-year chart for Nike, because it's jack shit to me. Okay, here's your bottom, it shoots up, it comes back down, and now it's going up. Well, that works for me. Okay, if it doesn't work for you, hey, fine. But it works wonderfully for me. Okay, Adam, up, down, yes, I saw that, I know that. No dividends for ISRG. I don't say that I'm going to buy ISRG. I'm just saying that somebody wanted me to take a look at it. You want me to take a look at it? I'll take a look. Thank you for the answer. I like being the center of attention. Yes, I do. SLV. What the hell is SLV? I don't know. Here we go. SLV. That was quick, wasn't it? Why the hell would I want to buy something at the high of the year? That makes no sense to me. That's to me. If you're one of the people that likes buying at the high of the year, here you go, right there. It's at the high of the year. Here's the bottom a year ago, shoots up nicely. I don't buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense to me. I have a very strict trading practice. Okay? I buy good quality companies. I do a covered call. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's easy. And I'm only looking for 1%. I'm not looking for this. Buy here and have it shoot up. No. That's not what I'm looking for. And if that's what you're looking for, you're definitely in the wrong place. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate you being here and I appreciate all the interaction. I really do. But I'm trying to save you time and effort. Because if this is what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. Okay, I like stuff that goes sideways. That doesn't move at all. I like safety and predictability, consistency and profitability. I love the Lee family. I do. But that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so that is a no. Let's keep on keeping on. What else do we have here? Sorry, Captain. Chai, CRWV. Here's the part where I say, what the hell is that? CRWV. CoreWeave. Really? Core weave. Okay. Top, bottom. Here it was. Here's where it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So now, I don't even know who the hell core weave is. I have no idea what they do. Are they on my list? I don't know. Taco eater, Humana. Ooh, I like Humana. Now, we did some Humana earlier during the year. Hell no. Don't get me wrong. I love Humana. I do. But look at this. The top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this right there. Okay, let's zoom into the last 30 days. Gives you a real good look. Well, is that 30 days? No, it's not. Here's 30 days. This is the last 30 days. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Yeah, no thank you. I'll put Humana down for the next 2 weeks because I'm assuming in the next 2 weeks that thing's going to have profit taken and come back. LYB, Anu Nabu Foundation. How are you today? Anu the Nabu. Okay, wait, the Nabu. Why does that name sound familiar, the Nabu? Isn't that something from, no, Avatar, the Nabu? Anyway, LYB. What the hell is LYB? Leiden Del Basel Industries. Hell no. I don't do monthlies. Okay, December, January, March, June, September, December, January, December, January. Yeah, I don't do monthlies. Okay, a couple of reasons. Number one, you can only trade them once a month. So once a month, okay, well, that's about 12 to 24% a year. Okay, you might be okay with that. Not me. Secondly, this is another reason. This is another reason why I don't like monthlies. Okay? Ready? 30 days ago, we're at 45.50. We drop down to 42. We shoot up to 49. We drop down to 42. We shoot up to 46.5. We drop down to 42. Now where's it going? Where's it going to be in the next? This is 30 days. Great. Now tell me where's it going to be in 30 days. It's not that easy. Because it's hard enough trying to figure out where it's going to be in 5 days. Now try to figure out where it's going to be in 30 days. No, I don't do monthlies. See, I want simplicity. I want to get in, I want to get out, and I want to make my weekly cash flow. Okay, 1% a week. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% a week. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, that, trying to figure out when this is going to be in the next 30 days, no thank you. And then take a look at the premium. 42.89. Well, it doesn't have a 42. It doesn't have a 43. It's got a 40 and a 45. Well, the 40 is paying $3. Okay, but I'm losing $2.89. Do you hear that? If I do the 40, I'm losing $2.89. You take $2.89 off of that, and what I'm walking away with, 50 cents on a $40 stock? No, thank you. If I do the 45s, I'm making 30 cents. That's less than 1%. And I got to hold it for longer than I want to. And if I'm wrong, I got to hold it even longer. No, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work for me. Okay? You want to do monthly? You have at it. Next, who's got something good? We already did Human. Odem, how are you doing? Taco Ida. Callum, is it good that I bought a share of Google? No. It's not, it's not good, it's not bad. It is what it is. You bought it for whatever reason you bought it for. I have no idea why you bought it or what you're looking to get out of it. But it's never a good or bad. It's just like, what does it mean to you? It's your life. It's your decision. It's your journey. Why did you buy it? What is your exit strategy? Never buy anything until you know what your exit strategy is. And you should have at least 3 exit strategies. One is, how high does it have to go for me to take my profits? That's number 1. Number 2, how low is it going to go before I bail and say no thank you? And number 3, how long am I going to hold on to it if it goes sideways and doesn't move at all? You should know all 3 of those numbers before you buy anything. Let's keep on keeping on. Brian, thoughts on ICT? Brian, I have no idea who ICT is, but let's take a look at it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Humana, blah, 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 blah. There it is right there. Brian, ICT. All right, ICT. ICT Group NV. What does that mean? Oh, Beast wants to take a look at STZ. Beast will take a look at it in a minute. All right. Right now we're looking at ICT. Nope, no options. Sorry. I don't know who came up with that one. Who came up with that one? Brian. Brian, no options, and it's not even filling. Yeah, I'm going to say no. Okay, Anu Nabu, PSEC. Didn't we say no to PSEC a couple of weeks ago? Why is that? That's why monthly. I don't do monthlies. Okay, December, January, February, May, January. Yeah, no thank you. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Sorry. Next. What do we... Oh, Mo, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. Next, Mark, how are you doing? Kendrick, thank you for stopping by. Arlo, good evening, Arlo. How are you today? Steven wants to take a look at Buru. What the hell is Buru? Before we do that, Beast wants to take a look at STZ. STZ. Constellation. Ooh, I like Constellation. Unfortunately, look at what happened. But then again, you could expect it. Okay? Sit tight. Take a look. Here's the top, 240. Here's the bottom, 120. She drops back up, back down, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you say basically down, now up. What's happening right there? Well, you got a pullback. Of course you're going to have a pullback. Let's check out the numbers. Okay, look at this. The last 30 days. Okay, what do you think? Here's the 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Okay, she goes from 126 to 152. Okay, did you hit it? 126 to 152 in 4 weeks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks. Okay, so that is a what? 126 to there, 20, that's 26. So 26 divided by 120, what is that? 23%, something like that. From here to there. Of course there's going to be pullback. And it's probably going to keep pulling back for at least another week. So I'm going to put STZ down for next week. All right? Next week for STZ. We'll take a look at it again. STZ. All righty. Steven wants to take a look at Buru. What the hell is Buru? B-U-R-U. Nubaru Inc. Equity. No. No options, no thank you. Steven, you're new here. Weekly options only. No options, no thank you. No dividends, no thank you. It's a simple trading strategy, Steven. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I'm looking for 1% a week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have been consistently profitable for at least 2 decades. BURU is not one of them. Sorry. LYB, not weekly options. Thank you. Hot base on your fundamentals. Thank you. Twisted Pasta. What's happening? John Samuel, good evening. Gravy, PLXS. Why do I feel this is going to be another no? PLXS. That's why I don't do monthlies. Hey, look at this. Why the hell would you want to buy there? Why? Seriously. Do you even look before you buy things or ask? Yet your bottom here at 105. She shoots up to 165. Now she's pulling back. The bottom here at 132 to 165, that's $33. $33, that's 24, 20, 26, 27%. Yeah, from there to there. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Oh, DraftKings, come on. DraftKings hasn't been around for 20 years. How much profit can DraftKings actually have? DraftKings. I don't want to look at this. All right, here we go. PLXS. Great. Well, let me look at it as a no. 3M. Hey, Faber wants to take a look at 3M. AVGO. Hold on. We're looking up Kings. DANG. DraftKings. Let's see how the profitable is DraftKings. Okay. Historical prices. Now we got only. Okay, because see, the interesting thing about a dividend is a portion of the company's profits. And if the company's profits keep increasing, well, so do the dividends. So think about it. You don't really need, I don't need to look at the, the quarterly reports and the annual reports. I just got to look at the dividend. Because if the dividend keeps increasing, so do the profits. Because you cannot increase dividend without the profits increasing. Okay? Now, we don't have to do anything. Okay? There are no dividends at all. It has no dividends. So how do we know if profitable or not? You actually want me to take a look at statistics? Let's take a look at the statistics right here for DraftKings. All right, here we go. 30.59. Revenue per share, $11. Book value. Did you see that? A book value, $1.48, and you want me to put my money there? Hell no. A $35 stock should have at least a $20 or $30 book value. Okay? Not $1.48. Payout ratio, 0.0%. Hell no. Do you even look at the numbers before you buy anything? Cosa Nostra. That's right. Cosa Nostra. How are you today? AVG, 3M. We're going to look at 3M and AVGO. I love 3M. Okay, been in for 100 years. Don't look like the right time, though. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Okay, look at the motion. Up, down, down. It's actually coming down right now. Let's get a little bit closer so you can get a better look at it. Okay, look at that chart. I love a chart when it looks like this. Look, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's coming down at the moment, but if you see, okay, it goes down 2 or 3 days, it shoots up. 2 or 3 days, it shoots up. 2 or 3 days, it shoots up. Okay, shoots up. We're looking for 2 or 3 days, and then it's going to shoot back up again. Great. We'll put it down for next week. And we'll take a look at 3M next week. Now, I love 3M. Okay. Now, 165.70, 165 is going for 217. Yeah. When it finds its bottom, then I want to jump in. Thank you, Faber. Phantom, AVGO. Well, let's take a look. AVGO. Broadcom. No. But But don't get me wrong, I like Broadcom. But take a look. Top is here, now it's pulling back. What does that mean? Well, that means she's looking for a bottom because she shoots up from 140 all the way to 420. From 140 to 420. Well, yeah, there's going to be profit taking, and here it is. It's already started. So let's zoom into that. Here you go, the last 30 days. Last 30 days, we're at 330. Shoots up to 410. Well, now here's your profit taking. Okay, so next week, you got this gap here. You got a gap here and a gap here. Okay, so yeah, it's going to find a bottom between this week and next week, and that baby's going to go right back up again. So currently, 340, the 340s are going for 7. Yeah, it's like over 2%. I like that. But I'm going to wait until it finds the bottom and turns around. Because that's all they do. They go up and they go down. Fine, I'm waiting for it to find the bottom. So we're going to take a look at AVGO the first of next week. AVGO. Bloody jolly good. What else do we have? Phantom, how are you today? Faber, glad to make you happy. Gigi, you're new here. Thanks for stopping in. Uh-oh. Cosa Nostra CCCX. What the hell is that? CCCX. Interesting. Churchill Capital. Okay. It goes from $10, shoots up to 28. That's 100% increase, almost 200% increase. Back down, back here. Yeah, that don't look that promising. Yeah, take a look at that. There's no real rhyme or reason there. Here's your bottom, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Just going sideways. No real rhyme or reason to it. And I have no idea who the hell they are or what they do. Did you look at Johnson & Johnson already? No, I never look at Johnson & Johnson. I've been doing this for 30 years. I bought Johnson & Johnson twice. High of the year? Hell no. No, I don't buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. MRK, Merck, MRK. Interesting. What's going on here? Top, bottom, down, up, 100. The 100s are going for 140. Okay, fine. Well, let's zoom in, see what's going on. Does it make sense? I like Merck. I do. Uh-oh. Casa Nostra. Be nice to me. I'm sorry. Sorry that I hurt your feelings. Didn't do it on purpose. Okay. What are we looking at? Johnson & Johnson. We did that one. No, okay, we're looking at Merck. Okay, so a year ago, Merck's at 101. See, this makes no sense to me whatsoever. People buy stock and hold on to them. A year ago, it's at 101. Well, where is it now? It's at 126 cents. Means, what happened in the last year? Well, she dropped, and she's right back where she was a year ago. Anyway, okay, so 101 last year, finds the bottom in the mid-May at 72.93, shoots up. Here, look at the new high right there. The last 30 days, right there. Okay, here's your last 30 days. Okay, here's your 30-day bottom, shoots up, 30-day top. Here's your profit taken. Here's the turnaround. Once, twice, 3 times right there, and still again. So today's rather fickle because today we have a higher high and a lower low. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so you get a better look. Okay? Here's your 30-day bottom. Now she's shooting up. Here's 1 day. Here's 2 days. Here's 3 days. Look at this thing. That's today. Okay? Higher lows, higher highs. Today, higher high, lower low. So what's going on there? 100, what's the 100 going for? The 100's going for 140. Hell yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not if you like Merck? And I do like Merck. Okay, the 100. Let's do the 100 on Merck. There it is, right there. One contract. Don't want to freak people out with big numbers. Some of the numbers are big and freak people out. Here you go. Here it is. Buy one covered call of Merck, 19 December. That means the option is going to expire this coming Friday if, you like this one. The 100 call option, 119 is the profit, 9,800 is the investment. So let's see what those numbers look like. And for that, we need our trusty old calculator. So 119.50 is the profit. The investment is $9,801. And that's a 1.2. I like 1.2. That works for me. Think about it. If 1% every single week is over 50% per year, well, what's 1.2% every single week? 1.2%. I like 1.2%. Here it is there. Whoa, all right. One covered call, Merck, 19 December, that's this coming Friday, the $100 call option. 119.50 is the profit, 9,800 is the investment, and it's 1.2% for 1 week if you like Mark and you understand and you're okay with doing covered calls. Now, when I say simple, safe, predictable, consistent, well, simple is the trading strategy itself. You buy the stock, you sell the stock at the exact same price you paid for it. That's pretty easy. If I buy it at $100 and I sell it at $100, well, that's pretty easy. Safe, well, simple, safe, remember? Safe, well, the covered call is one of the few trading strategies that you can do in your IRA. Your government-sponsored IRA is perfectly okay to do a covered call. Certain strategies you cannot do in your IRA. See, I always tell people, if you're going to have an IRA, well, get one, like a 401. Yeah, get one where the company actually matches your contributions and allows you, it'd be perfect if they match your contributions and they allow you to self-direct where the money's going. Well, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right. $1.2, yay! Next. We only got 2 today. Come on, we got 4 yesterday, and we got like 6. All right. Anyway, Nabu wants to take a look at Verizon. Why do you want to take a look at Verizon? Let's get out of there. Get back to where we were. Back to where we were. Verizon, VZ. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, interesting. Check that out. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, sideways, down, up. Okay, what's going on there? 40, 80. The 41s over 25. Sorry, not enough money. But let's take a look at Pfizer. PFE. Ooh, that might be a little out. It might be too high. Okay? 30-day bottom, 30-day highs today. Sorry, I don't like buying at the high. It just doesn't make sense for me. Let's keep on keeping on. What else do we have? Ooh, Mayhem wants to take a look at Ford. Now, Ford's been doing rather well lately, but it looks like it's coming to an end. Looks that way. Okay? Shoots up, comes down, goes sideways, shoots up. Now she's pulling back. So I don't like to buy stuff when it's pulling back. It's okay, still love you. Thank you, Casa Nostra. Muchas gracias, I don't know if it's senor or senorita. I can't really tell by the picture, but thank you. What stock is that? That is Ford. Oh, Visa. Yeah, we looked at Visa. Rob 007 wants to take a look at Dell. I love Dell. I love the numbers on Dell. These numbers on Dell. Ooh, I love those numbers. Those ones are great. Okay, so 129.58. The 129s are going for 360. The 130s are going for 3. 131s are going for 250. The 132s are going for 2. Every single one of these is giving you plenty money. Plenty. All right. Top, bottom, was, is, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? I want to zoom in and take a look. Is it turning around? Because it looks like it is. All right. A year ago, 121. Now, we bottomed out at TDS right there. Okay, some of you don't know what TDS means. Trump Derangement Syndrome. Okay, the orange man says something stupid, people panic, and boom, stocks drop. Okay, you look at almost any stock, you'll find the low in the first 2 weeks of April. Remember in 2021 with that jabby thingy and they shut the world down? Yep, March, I think it was the end of March of 2021. Well, end of March of 2021 was right about there. Okay, you'll see that on a lot of stocks where they have a low in March 2021. Well, now you're going to see a low of April 2025. And that's because of TDS. Okay, orange man says something stupid and people panic. Okay, we already looked at Verizon. We're looking at Dell right now. Now, I do like Dell, but I want to see what's going on right there. The last 90 days. Okay, top, bottom, was, is. Look at this. Up, down. What happened today? It looks like, I want to zoom into that. Today it looks like TDS. Yeah, you like that gravy? I have conversations with people all the time that have TDS, and they really do. Because the funny thing is, you can take what the man says, right? If you say, like, it's a beautiful day, and people will freak out because he said it. You need that monitor. You like that one? This thing's cool. I didn't want to get into it, but it's totally unrealistic, because he can cure cancer, and he can end world hunger, and he can, end all the debt, and people still going to hate him. It just makes no sense. Okay, so I like this right here. Okay, you get 30-day bottom here. She shoots up to the 30-day high, goes from 116 to 142. So that's 10, 26. So 11, 26, what is that? 26 would be 20, like 23% from here to here. Well, here's your pullback. It went from 140 down to 130. That's $10. 140 to 130, that's a $10 drop. That's your profit taken. Bottom shoots up, profit taken here. Today, first day to the upside. So you know what that means? Tomorrow might be day 2. Wednesday could be day 3, time to get in. So yeah, Dell might be on the list for this week. So I'm going to write Dell down. And we're actually going to do Dell because I like Dell and the numbers are just freaking always nice with Dell. All right. Get rid of this. Let's do the 130s. The 130 on Dell. Let's take a look. Right there. And just one contract, so you guys don't panic with big numbers. Market order. There we go. And here's Johnny by one. Covered call Dell. 19 December. The 130 call option on Dell. 354 is the profit, 12 G's is the investment. What is the rate of return for 1 week? 1 week. I want to get in, I want to get out. This is some good stuff. Hubandante. Andante? Hub ante? I can't. What is that? Hub and dote. Okay. MDLZ. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I like MDLZ. Okay. Conagra, we'll take a look at Conagra. Okay, Nabu, we'll take a look at Conagra. The Nabu. That's it. Nabu. That was in Star Wars. The Nabu. That's what those critters that live underwater. Jar Jar Binks was a Nabu. I knew that name somewhere. Nabu. It took me a while. It happens when you get old. You forget things. All right, so Let's break out the calculator. What is the rate of return for Dell? 354.50 divided by the investment 12, 646. No. 646. I got to make sure I do it right. Hit the wrong button. I do that all the time. 2.8%. Hell yeah. I like Dell. Dell. I like Dell. Do you like Dell? We like Dell. Oh, wonderful. Swell. Gee, that's swell. Okay. No. I hit the wrong button. Here it is, Dell. Here we go. Dell. 19 December, the 130 call option. 354, 12 G's. What is that giving me? 2.8%. Yeah. All right, so back. 2.8. Awesome. That's 3. Look, we got 7 yesterday. We only got 3 today. Come on, the audience last night are beating you guys. What else can we come up with? What else? Let's get back to where we were, the way we were. Shattered memories of the smiles we left behind. UPS. Smiles they gave to one another. Okay, UPS. Nope. It's starting to turn. Here's your bottom here. She's starting to turn. Okay, I tell people it takes me 3 to 4 seconds to analyze a chart. Okay, you may think that's not enough time, but what are you looking for? Okay, the very first I looked. Hold on a second. Oh, much better. Okay, when I analyze a chart, I'm looking for 5 things. Okay, simple, easy, 5 things. And it should take you 3 to 4 seconds. You ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Where's it going? Up, down, up, down, up. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. Once I do that in the 1-year chart, I want to go take a look at the numbers. Because remember, oh, wait a second. We haven't done the rules yet, have we? Ooh, hold on. Current price, $100.07. The 100 is going for 121. Well, we all know that's over 1%. So, some of you may be new here. Some of you may not know. And some of you, sorry, you have to hear it again. I do it almost every night. So the trading strategy I'm showing you here came together when my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008 said, "Daddy, what are you doing?" And I wasn't ready for this. This is the "what are you doing" part. That's normal. That is normal. What are you doing? Hey, Dad, what are you doing? But it was, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? I wasn't ready for that. My 9-year-old daughter says, "Can you teach me?" So how do you teach a 9-year-old how to invest in stocks? Great. 5 criteria. You ready? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. That's for my 9-year-old daughter. I had to come up with that strategy for her, fitting that simple, safe, consistent, predictable, no way to lose. So I had to come up with 5 rules. Now the 5 rules are simple. And if you adapt these 5 rules, your investing should be a hell of a lot easier, a hell of a lot quicker. Because my biggest asset in my life is my personal time. Okay, so I'm at that point in my life where, my formative years, done and over with. My schooling years, done and over with. My working years, done and over with. I'm now officially, as of next month, starting my retirement. And next month, I will qualify for Social Security. EOG may be better than MDLZ. Okay, Phantom, we're going to take a look at MDLZ and we'll take a look at EOJ. So as I was saying, I'm in the final phase of my life, the retirement phase. So yeah, My first job was in 1974. I put in my 5 decades. 5 decades of working. So yeah, now I'm retired. So I look at things a little bit differently than you guys do. Okay? I'm not looking for huge profits. I'm looking for safety, profitability, and consistency, but mainly safety, because I have no desire to walk in and say, "Good afternoon, welcome to Walmart. How may I help you? Will that be paper or plastic? Thank you for coming. Have a great day, and be sure to visit us again sometime. Oh, by the way, you can buy anything at Walmart online and have it delivered right to your door." Now, don't get me wrong. I could say that and I could do that job, but I have no desire to. Okay? I put in my 5 decades, and I have plenty to keep myself busy. Let's take a look. Where are we? What are we doing? UPS. Now, the reason I'm saying no to UPS this week, check this out. Okay? Here's your bottom here at 82. She jumps up to 102. 82 to 102. Okay? That's $20. $20 on an $80 stock is 25%. So you get that big jump, 25%. Yeah, well, Friday was the high. Let's zoom into that a little closer, you get a better look. Friday was the high. Now today is the first day pulling back. Well, the stock jumped over 25%. Of course it's going to come down. Don't get me wrong, I love UPS. But I'm putting UPS on my list for next week because guess what? We got 4 more days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So think about it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday, right about there. That's just a guess. I could be wrong. Okay, but if she's there, that's a nice little drop. So that drop, maybe she'll turn around. So we'll take a look at it again next week. Okay, so I do like UPS. Who came up with that? Naboo? Nice one. You like the Naboo. You make fun of the Naboo. I knew I knew that name somewhere. It just took me a while. I'm old. Leave me alone. D-E-L-L. Dell. Next week. Yeah, baby. Gravy thinks TDS is funny. It's funny and it's disappointing. It is. Because never, ever, 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 ever. I travel a lot. I do. I travel. I go lots of places. I love traveling. Never once have I ever asked the pilot or the co-pilot their thoughts and their beliefs about this, that, or the other thing. Don't know, don't care. Your job is to take the plane from one place to the next place. So what's the president's job? The president's job is to monitor us for the next 4 years and do what the best that he can do. Good. Let him do his freaking job and leave him alone. Okay? Don't worry about it. You don't like him? Fine. Suck it up. You got 3 years to go. Okay? Do you think we like Biden? Hell no. You think we like Obama? Hell no. But we had to deal with that crap. Well, now you got to deal with TDS. All right. You need that monitor. I love that monitor. It's cool. Okay. Where are we? All right. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. AAL. Roger Casto. Good evening. Uh-oh. Low battery. I got a low battery. Let's switch it up. There's nobody even there. Why do I even worry about that? Okay, so Roger wants to take a look at American Airlines. Wait a second. Roger will look at that in a minute. Phantom was first. He came up with MDLZ. Mendeley's. Ooh. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. Top, bottom, is, up, down, up. Awesome. 54. The 54 is going for 70. Hell yeah. Why not? More than 1%. Let's take a look. Okay, last 90 days, which is the last 3 months, top, bottom, is, down, sideways, down, up. Okay, here's your bottom. 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days up. Right there. I should have jumped into this morning. But my money's already invested. Sorry. All right, so I like that right there. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Last 30 days. Maybe see it a little easier. That ain't it. That ain't it. Here we go. Last 30 days. 30 days ago was a 30-day high. Actually, we got a double top. Let me go over this side so you can see me. We got a double top. There and there. drops, shoots up, drops, shoots up. 30-day bottom, 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days up. Right there. There's your 3 days up from the 30-day bottom. Do you like Mendeley's? That's a good question. Do you like MDLZ? You either like it or you don't. It's either on your list or it's not. You don't like it? Fine. Wait, we'll do something else. Okay, but first, let's do the 54s. Okay, we might find one for tomorrow. 54, right there. There it is. Here we go. Oh, that's 10. We want to change it to 1. All right, just 1. Okay, because I have mine preset for buy 10. Very rarely do I buy 1 of anything. Well, you get to that point. Now, if you're just starting out, 1, 2 is fine. Okay, but as you progress, okay? Now, remember, I've been doing this for this particular for 20 years, 15, 20 years. But I've been trading for over 30 years. Now, my first 10 years weren't as good as my last 20. Here we go. Buy 1 covered call MDLZ, 19 December. That's this Friday. 54 call option. Well, that's $64 the profit. 5,300 is the investment. So what is my rate of return for MDLZ? And do I like it? Do you like it? Now, I'm not telling you to like it. No, it's not a tip. It's not advice. It's nothing like that whatsoever. You guys give me stuff to look at. I look at it. I punch in the numbers. You like it. You don't like it. Do your own research. Never blindly listen to anybody online. Be accountable to yourself. Make your own decisions. I'm giving pointers. I'm taking a look at certain things. But it's up to you to actually do your own research and to make sure it fits what your journey is. Because my journey is different than you guys. See, I'm done working. I'm done punching a time clock. I put in 5 decades. Okay, 5 decades of work. So yeah, I'm entitled to take time off. And if I'm getting 1% every week, hey, that works for me. That's my goal. Okay, not only am I sharing this with you, I'm creating what is called a video diary for my children and my grandchildren. Okay, so I have no delusions whatsoever that I'm going to be around for the next 20, 30 years. But after that, guess what? I came up with this really cool idea just for the fun of it. I'm going to share it with you. In January, the beginning of January, I'm going to start a whole new video diary, a dialogue. Now, I'm actually going to do a video talking to my children as if I'm talking to them from my grave. Then I'm going to put it in an email, and the email will be dated for after I am gone. And then every couple of days, I'm going to show the video of what I did during the day to my kids as I'm gone. So, all right, like, hey guys, I realize I'm gone now, but here is my words to you, my words of wisdom I'm going to pass along to you, blah, 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 all that kind of fun stuff. So from now to the rest of my days I'm here, I'm going to create something to give to my children when I am gone. So maybe my children and my grandchildren, I'll still be able to haunt them when I'm gone. That's my goal. Because see, I know absolutely nothing about my grandfather and my grandparents and my great-grandparents. No, nothing at all. Now I have pictures of my grandparents and my great-grandparents, but I don't even know their names. I have no idea what they are. But here's the idea, is that when I am gone, my children and my grandchildren will be able to have some kind of idea of what their grandfather was like, or their great-grandfather. Or, in 100 years, my great-great-great-grandchildren, hey, that's Papa G. I know him. That's what's my great-great-grandfather. Yep, and it's going to be interesting. It's like, how do you send an email in the future? No. From now to 30 years from now. So where are we now? In 2025, 35, 45, 55, 65. So 2065. So I'm going to send the emails to all of my children. And the date will be, January 1st, 2065. How the hell do you do that? So it's an interesting idea. So I want to create an app or create some kind of website that will allow people to talk to their children and their grandchildren when they're gone. So what do you want to say to your kids long after you're gone? You think that's cool, Faba? Okay, cool. All right, so AVGO, we already did that one. American Airlines, let's do that next. Wait a second, we got to do the rate of return on this. You guys get me sidetracked. I do. I get sidetracked easily. I have what do you call that? ADD, Adult Attention Deficit Disorder. I do. Squirrel. Hey, life is short. You got to have fun. AT&T. We'll take a look at it. Hold on a second. So 64 is the profit. The investment is going to be 53.36. Well, that comes to a grand total of 1.2%. I like 1.2%. That works for me. 1.2%. And there it is. And let's open this up. Here we go. All right. And there it is. 1.2%. By one covered call, Mandalese, 19 December. That's this coming Friday. The 54 call option. 64 bucks. 5,300 is the investment. I say investment. Well, what I'm talking about is weekly cash flowing asset. That's what I'm creating, a weekly cash flowing asset. So I got all this money. What am I going to do with it? Put it in a savings account? No, thanks. A CD? Oh, hell no. Okay, lend it out? No. Okay, I want to make sure that my money is working for me. So if I take my money and I buy some MDLZ, okay, I buy it first thing in the morning at 54.22, and then I sell it at 54. I'm walking away with 64 bucks. Now you're probably thinking, 64 bucks, that's all? No, 64 bucks for one contract. One contract is costing me 5,300 bucks. So if I get 500,000 in my account, I'm not going to buy one contract. I'm going to buy 10, 20, or 30 of them. And that 1.2% on 30,000 bucks, well, that's a little bit different than, 1% on 5,300 bucks. So the numbers I'm telling you may be intimidating at this moment, depending on where you are in your life. But you got to remember, 5 decades. That's a half a century that I've been working. And yeah, nope, I'm going to admit I wasn't that diligent with putting money here, money there. No, I didn't start investing until the 1990s. Okay, yeah, it's a long time ago, but still not that far ago. That's like 30 years. But some of you are going to cringe when I tell you this. See, I started out with 12,500 bucks. I got a second mortgage on my house. So once I learned this, there was a really cool book that I read. It was called The Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. Okay, that book was freaking awesome. Now, Wade Cook was a taxi driver. Now, a taxi driver, well, he's an average, everyday kind of guy. And he wrote a book because he learned these interesting trading strategies, and nobody ever told me them before. It's like, no, it can't be that easy. The covered call, never heard of it before. A cash secured put, never heard of it before. And then you have, the 4-corner credit spread, never heard of that before. There's a lot of stuff that he had in that book I've never heard of. But once I looked at it, it's like, no, that can't be right. But with a little bit of research and a little bit of, tenacity to jump in and start doing it, it's like, holy cow. Why doesn't everybody do this? And then somebody, once a week, I get the same question. Well, if it's so easy, why doesn't everybody do it? Because people are lazy and people want stuff for free. So I'm telling you how to get 1% every single week. Well, now, yeah, you may like that idea, but you got to put in 5 to 10 minutes every single day. And then people are like, what do you mean every single day? Well, you brush your hair every day. You brush your teeth every day. You got a dog, you feed it, you take it for a walk every day. Oh, imagine that. You wash the dishes every day. You make the bed every day. You wash your clothes. Yeah, money is, all it is one less thing to worry about. There are other things in life to worry about. Why should money be one of them? If you can figure out simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% a week, that's over 50% per year. You can double your money every 14 to 16 months. And then you'll have enough money to take care of all your bills. Because we're the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. So why the hell not? Wait a minute, did I already do this one? Yes, I did. All right. 1.2 was it, right? Yep, 1.2. Uh-oh, we need one more. One more to get a good 5. I like to get 5 a night. 5 a night, we need one more. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What? American Airlines, let's check it out. I need one more before we can call it a day. Back to the beginning. All right, one more. What do we have over here? EOG, hold on. EOG. No! Oh, look at that. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Here's your profit taken. Now, I'm going to write this down for this week, not today, tomorrow. The Wall Street Money Machine. Yep, that's one by Wade Cook. Wade Cook, the Wall Street Money Machine. Yeah, maybe this week. EOG. But what I'm looking for, see she's dropping right here. I'm looking for the bottom. Then I want 2 days to the upside, and on the 3rd day I will jump in. Okay? Next on the list. Next on the list, American Airlines. We need one more. No. Look at that. I don't buy at the high. Let's zoom into that. Here's the last 30 days. What do you think? Hell no. AT&T. What's happening right here? Okay, this is last year. Up, down, up, down. What's going on? Let's zoom in. What is it doing? What is it doing? What is it doing? Ooh, new bottom today. Which means, we'll look at it. See, can we get AT&T to bounce and turn? No, come on, we need one more. Come on, you guys. AVGO, we already did that one. We already did AT&T. Cameco, CCJ. Effie, what the hell is that? CCJ. Okay. Interesting. What's going on here? Nah. 30 days right there. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's pulling back. Okay, stocks go up until they're done. Once they hit a high, they pull back. Why? Because people like me. Yep, you can blame me. It's that guy. That's me. That guy. That guy on TV or that guy online. As soon as it jumps up 10 or 15%, takes the profit and run. Yeah, I'm taking my marbles, going off to another sandbox. Okay, Teep for Life, we already did UPS. Okay, CFG, I have no idea what that is. CFG. Citizens Financial Group, hell no. 2 reasons. 1, I don't buy at the high. 2, I don't do monthlies. They just don't pay out for me. Just don't work for me. Tra-la-la. How did those things get on my head, and why are they still there? Johnny Boy, RCL, Royal Cruise Lines. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Okay, and then Carnival Cruise Lines. All right, well, let's check it out. All right. Ray, what's happening, Ray? All right, RCL, Royal Caribbean. It's going to be a no, dude. Okay, check it out. Here's your bottom. Oh, look at that. 245 to 280. That's $40. Okay, that's a little less than 20%. No. CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. Again, no, same thing. AAL, where did American Airlines? Double hell no. Look at this. Okay, do you think that just because you're buying it, it's going to, keep going up? No. Costa Nostra wants to take a look at Mara. All right, let's take a look at Mara. I actually have some. Ooh, bummer. Look at this. Okay, dropping like a rock, bumps up, pulls back again. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Mara, and we're looking for a new bottom. See, the bottom's here. She's coming down, and then she's going to turn around. If you like Mara. I do, but, we'll see what happens. Alex, what's going on? Nolan, good evening. Tony, wait. You get 1% a week ROI? Absolutely, Tony. Don't you? You know, you could also set up an LLM that has all of your wisdom in it, and your kids can speak to it. Ooh, dude, DM me, dude. I want to talk with you. I have no idea what that is, and I'd like to be able to see it. Because that sounds cool. What was that book name, Nick? The book's name was The Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. Oh, Wade Cook, the name. Habandoti. We got 2 minutes. PBR, peanut butter and raspberry. PBR. What's going on here? 1218. Oh, hell no. Look at those numbers. Sorry. No. We already looked at Ford. Ooh, Craig. Altria. Ooh, nice. Look at this. Nice one. Top, bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, sideways, up, down, up. Nice. Like that. 59. The 59 is going 51. Shit. I was all excited. 59 bucks. 1% of 59 bucks is going to be 59 cents. Think about it. 59 bucks, 1% is 59 cents. You move the decimal point over, okay? 59 cents. But the 60s are going for, the 59s are going for 51. No, not 1%. And I was excited about that, Craig. Look at this right here. That's awesome. Okay, up, down, up, down, up. Of course, that baby's going up. It looks great. Unfortunately, it's just not paying enough. Just not paying enough. What else do we got? It's 11 o'clock. CVX. Harry for Good comes up with Hershey. Can he come in for the win? Got the pinch hitter. Hershey's. What's going on right there? High, low, was, is. Down, up, down, up, down, up. All right. 188. The 188. Oh, that was a good one. 188, 187, 2. Ooh, might be good right there. 187, 187.50. We lose 50. Maybe. Yeah, Hershey's might work. Let's try it. All right, a year ago, 179. We bottomed out in February. Does anybody know this? Anybody? Anybody at all know this? Hershey stock. Okay? February 1st. March. So the first 2 weeks of February. Hershey's always goes up. Always goes up in the first 2 weeks of February. Valentine's Day, Easter, right around the corner. Hershey's always goes up in the first 2 weeks of February. All right, where are we? We're all the way back to December. Wow. Okay, maybe, check it out. 30 days ago. Up, down, up. Does it have more room to go? Maybe 188, 190s. Let's find out. Let's find out. The 187.50s. Where is it? Where is it? What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white stuff everywhere. What is this? Okay, 1, 1. Let's sing the song of 1. How many is 1? Here we go. Oh, wait. There it is. By 1, covered call Hershey's. 19 December, 187.50, 201, 18,000 is the investment. Let's check it out. Ooh, Load Flow wants to take a look at Southwest Airlines. We're looking for one more. Let's do this. 201, 201, and 50 little pennies divided by 18,549. Here we go. 1%. Wait a minute. That's not right. That's not right at all. Try it one more time. 201.5 divided by 18,549. Grand total of 1%. There it is. Taking up the tail end. Why not? And this is the last one of the evening. Yay! Hershey's. So load flow. We'll take a look at Southwest Airlines tomorrow. Tomorrow. We love ya. Tomorrow. Here we go. Hershey's. By one covered call. Hershey's. 19 December. That's this Friday. This Friday. 187.50 call option. 201.18 is the investment. Think about it. Do you like Hershey? Okay, does it make sense to put it into your portfolio? Is it something that you want to buy, hold on to, grab that 1%, walk away with? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for good quality companies that are consistently profitable. Okay, I like the Dividend Kings, the Dividend Aristocrats, the Dividend Champions, the Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists will give you about 300 companies to look at. Those are the only ones I like. They're consistently profitable. They make sense. You probably heard of almost every single one of them. So why not? That's a good question. Why not? Now, we're all on a different journey. We all have different goals. You guys know what my goal is. My goal is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, using pre-qualified dividend stocks and buying them just before the EX date, because just before the EX date, the stock has a tendency to go up. And as the stock goes up, well, then I want to do a simple, safe, predictable strategy. Well, that's the covered call. You jump in, and you buy it for a certain price, and you sell it for almost the exact same price, and you collect the premium. And the premium is what I'm looking for. $1.2. Was that right? 1.2? Yeah, 1.1. 1.1. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5! Woohoo! We did it. We're going to do the same thing again tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. It's only a day away. PLX? Judge, I didn't see that one. PLX. What the hell is PLX? I don't know what PLX is. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you, with a wish and a prayer that all your dreams, see you guys tomorrow, come true. From now until we meet again, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, for which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I travel each. Oh, no. It's going to take like 4 or 5 minutes. I got to turn everything off. said it was the best in all the land. And I said, oh no, 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 I don't get no more. I'm tired of eating up on the floor. No thank you, please, and don't remain to sweet. Then it makes it hard to find the door. No thank you, please, it only makes me sneeze. Came from Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, he smiled because I did not understand. Then he held out some marijuana.